How's it going, everyone? Thanks for coming back and watching part 2. If you haven't seen the first one, shut this off right now and go watch that. I'm waiting. Okay, now that you've watched that, this is part 2 of my collection update. This is going to feature a few brutal death metal and slam in it, but it's also going to feature some odds and ends that may or may lose me some cult points. But who gives a shit? I like it, and that's all that matters. If you like it too, awesome. Kudos to you. Stay sick and enjoy this CD collection update. What I've got first off the list, and I'm going to do this upside down because it's first bought. Alright, now there's a lot of shit going on with this band, but I don't give a crap. I thought the wife would like it, and you know, she barely listens to much metal. She listens to classic metal. Like, now I say classic metal with all regards to the people older who's watching this, because they won't consider it classic metal, they just consider it metal. But anyways, she likes Black Sabbath and Ozzy and Aerosmith and Zeppelin and all those kind of old rocky metal type of bands. But I'm trying to get her into the heavier stuff, and this is one way I thought of doing it. Baby metal. So they don't have too many growls. They have a lot of high-pitched oriental vocals in here. They're catchy, they're kind of cool, it's new, it's different, and if you're not into, you know, widening your horizons music-wise, you're probably not going to listen to this. However, if you want to, you know, listen to something new, something cool, you know, something modern, check out Baby Metal. You know, there might be this kind of flavor of the week niche for now, maybe, but who knows, they might become something big. You never know. Like, this band seems really cool for like J metal. Like, these guys remind me of a female, heavier version of Maximum the Hormone. So if you like that kind of stuff, you'll definitely like Baby Metal. And it's got some really cool techno-y kind of robotic beats in there too. I have a pretty wide taste when it comes to metal. I enjoy quite a lot of it. I mean, this was something I had to pick up when I saw it. I'm just going to show you the inside, just in case you're curious and don't have this yet. It's not too special, it's just like a black CD with glossy print on it and more of their little exploding art. It's good stuff. I enjoy it. You don't have to. This is another one who may or may not get me some crap, but I still don't care. This is awesome. I need to get the one before this one, but this one's The Righteous and the Butterfly by Mushroomhead. These guys, I've been in love with this band since early high school. Since like 1999, 2000 era and on. Like, it's great. I have a really rare copy of their first album, just simply entitled Mushroomhead, self-titled, and I paid a buttload of money for it because I was just insanely obsessed with them at the time and I had to get it. And now, finally, we're at their, I don't know, probably 9th or 8th album now. Like, look at this shit. I love the inside of this. If anyone's watched my channel long enough, they know that I love bands with masks and face paint and stuff like that. These guys are probably one of the most creative bands for that, and musically, that I know of. And if you haven't checked this out yet and you're into Mushroomhead, you do not know what you're missing. So there's that. I definitely need to pick up Ugly Stories for Ugly Children, or whatever that is. It's a pretty good album. But yeah, good stuff. This I found at Deja Vu Discs again, the rare-ass second album ever by White Zombie, which is, you know, if you don't know, Rob Zombie before he became solo and did all his movies and stuff. He was in this band with his then girlfriend as the bass player. So, yeah, really rare. I think this goes anywhere from $60 to $100 on eBay, and it's awesome. It's Make Them Die Slowly, but on the sleeve, I don't know if you can read this or not, it says Let Them Die Slowly. It's even the misprint versions, which is, like, I think even rarer, more rare, whatever. And this is the colored CD. A lot of them don't have the colored print. A lot of them are just plain silver with the black writing on it. So glad I got this. The music's alright. It's not as great as the more mainstream White Zombie, but I still appreciate it for what it is and for the day that it came out and stuff like that. So definitely a score there for sure. And then this was from the order that I got from CDN Records. This was from the unpackaging video. This is Internal Devour with the Aborted and Slaughtered album. Really good stuff. Not your atypical slams, as I said in the other video. There's some crazy like screams and crazy instrumentals, and just it's nowhere near your atypical friggin' meat and potatoes slam. You need to hear this album if you're into slam and brutal death metal. Just no ifs, ands, or buts. This is what I would call mandatory slam. Same with this. This on the mix on a stereo is a little heavier and a little more bassy than that one, but it crushes. This is Dragging Entrails, featuring the dudes from Cranium and oh, come on, where does it say? Pardon me here, I'm just trying to read this, and if you already know, you can probably skip ahead a bit. Expurgate and Devour the Unborn, I think? No. Anyways, it's got a couple of slam band compilation members in there. There's the inside if you want to check that out. It's got James Grundeman on vocals, Martin Funderud on vocals, Larry Overstreet on bass, Matt Funderud on guitar, and Joey Carrillo on drums. If you know those names, you know what you're going to be getting into when you listen to Dragging Entrails. I've seen those friggin' hats that they've got going on Facebook, and they're cartels. I wish I had the money for that, because I would totally sport a Dragging Entrails hat. You need to check them out if you have not checked out Dragging Entrails yet. Moving right along, another order from Craig from CDN Records. This is Gomagot's Eradication of Insignificant Beings. Once again, I love this. It's the same way as it is with Internal Devour. Very original, very cool slam and brutal death metal riffs. Just very cool original material. And I love the vocals a lot better than the new song that they have out right now, but it's still up in the air of what I'm going to do when it comes to the new album. I'm going to have to hear more songs from it. I only heard the one on the split that I have, Horrendous Forms of Human Butchery or something like that, and it was alright. It's called Bigot or Bigotry, one of the two, and he does these kind of highs, these raspy like highs that I'm not going to try and duplicate right now, that it kind of makes me cringe a bit. Other people might enjoy it, and it's just personal preference. It's not that it's not talented, it's just when I hear it, it's just not something that's pleasant to my ears. That's the best way I can explain it without sounding like I'm ragging on them. And I'm not trying to. I love Gomagot. They're really good. Now another non-slam or black metal or deathcore. This is industrial metal. This is a solo project from the guy of Rammstein. Now this is Lindemann, Skills and Pills. This is an amazing album, mostly because it has the dude from Pain. Now everyone knows him as Peter Tetragen, but I swear to God that it's actually Johnny Depp. Like, you take a look at Johnny Depp from Pirates of the Caribbean, and you hold up a picture of Peter Tetragen next to it, and I swear to God it's the same dude. I mean, they're uncanny. They look like exactly the same dude. I'm trying to find a picture in this booklet here so I can show you what I'm talking about. This is him in drag. I don't know why he's in drag. Like, this is him as Jesus from The Last Supper. I'm going to try and get as close as I can there, but that's Peter Tetragen. And tell me that doesn't look like Johnny Depp dressed up as Jesus. Come on. There's some boobies in there. Everyone loves boobies. That's a lot of Lindemans. But yeah, love this album, really good, so many funny songs, very tongue-in-cheek content for it being what it is. I mean, it's not slam, it's not black metal, it's just kind of, it's very mainstream metal for what it is. And just some of the things they talk about, like Skills and Pills, the song itself is talking about, you know, taking drugs for everything and for whatever. And then there's Ladyboy, which I'm pretty sure is about a transvestite and him getting it on with one. Kind of funny. Then there's a song called Fat, where he's talking about how he loves, you know, BBW women as opposed to skinny rake-like women, and how his fetish for them goes. And then there's Golden Shower. I shouldn't have to tell you what that is. It's when, you know, someone pisses on you during intercourse. So, like I said, very tongue-in-cheek, considering you can go to Walmart, which is where I got this from, and buy Skills and Pills. I mean, it does say, you know, not for kids or whatever on the wrapping and stuff like that, but come on. Your 9-year-old daughter or son could walk into there and buy it at the self-scan and walk out with stuff talking about golden showers and taking pills. So, very shocking, but very up my alley. I like tongue-in-cheek stuff. I like pressing the boundaries when it comes to metal and stuff you can talk about. Just cuz. Stick it to the man. Fuck the man, fuck the government, and freedom of speech. Come on. Anyways, now moving right along with freedom of speech. This guy, Desi Wood, is the man. Like, he's the fucking man, and I got some bro love for this dude. Like, he's what some people consider the Canadian cemetery rapist. And I say so simply just because, look at this cover. He's not only wearing a cemetery rapist shirt, but he's just completely mangling these women who I assume are prostitutes, or at least very slutty, because song titles insinuate such. Anyways, this is Necrophocphilia, Cunt Slammer with a Sledgehammer. 100% Canadian porno slam. And yes, porno slam is a thing, just in case you didn't know. Very long song titles, which is kind of cool. Lots of featured artists on there. You got Zach from Whore Torture. You got another Zach from Lascivious. You got Clay of Cemetery Rapist on Two-Seater Hoe Beater. You got Joey from Goremonger and Dave from Paradoxical Evolution. You have Abe from Ephro. Josh from Chainsaw Harakiri. Zach, another Zach, this is the third Zach, from Phalloplasty. And you also have Danny of Desi's other project called Filleted Whore. And this song title just makes me laugh. Beat a bitch down if your name Chris Brown. That I love it. The humor is great. Like I said, I love laughing while I'm slamming, and just I love the kind of tongue-in-cheek jokes that they got going on here. Very funny. And the last song is called Outro for the Homies, featuring Tyson of Jesus Loves Anal. Good shit. I can't say any more good things about this guy. Like, he's awesome. The dude didn't even have to, but he signed the disc for me. It says, "Thanks, James. Desi Wood."